All right, winter here in California. It's only about 46 degrees outside, but I'm going to show you a cold start with the new Sniper EFI system. Car hasn't run all night, so it's been sitting. So first thing, put the key in, turn the key to on, and then you'll notice the head unit turns on, starts flashing, goes to the main display. You can't hear it, but the fuel pump actually turns on. So you want to let the fuel pump run for a couple seconds before you crank the engine. I don't even have my foot on the gas right now. Let's see what it does. Try to get a good close-up of the readout. So the bottom center is your idle. The top is your air-fuel ratio. Let's see, a couple things moved around on me. I've been playing with the computer. Yeah, I gotta move stuff around. And you can see it's not learning. I'm not sure why. Every now and again it goes to learn mode, then not learn mode. I noticed yesterday when I was at wide open throttle, it decided it didn't want to learn anymore. But anyway, that was a cold start at 46 degrees. Not too bad. So I mentioned I was playing around with the head unit, and you can move the fields around. So yesterday I had it showing timing and a couple other things, and I don't know what happened. So you can change stuff. It's a touch screen. You can change stuff just by hitting buttons, which is what I did. That's how I messed it all up. Reading the directions last night, I couldn't actually figure out how to format the screen to get the fields you want. So I guess, got to play around some more, but when you hit that one, you get to there. It looks like they have various kind of stock setups. -1, -2, -3. I'm guessing these are configurable. Notice the button that says dash setup. So I think I just got to play around and figure out, you know, what gets me the fields that I want. But it's all right. As is, I can see. Oh, I think I changed it again. I don't know what I'm doing. But let's take a quick look under the hood. So it really looks like a carburetor from here. If you don't pull the air filter, you probably can't tell. And there is the Fitek pump. So this is fuel in. Notice we got about 6.5 pounds of pressure coming in, and we got about 60 pounds of pressure going out. So you've got your fuel coming in, you've got your fuel going out, and this is the gas fume off-gassing hose, whatever you want to call that, and we routed that back to the tank. A couple of power lines and a vacuum line. It's running good. It's still learning. All right, quick drive test. You can see we're idling at about 850 with the car in drive. It's been running about 5 minutes. It's only about 46 degrees this morning. You can see air-fuel ratio, the left hand second number up. Idle is all the way on the bottom. Battery voltage, which is good. And I don't know what CTS is yet. But anyway, throttle response is very good. Remember in one of my earlier posts, I said we had to split the heater hose in order to give a heat reading to both the EFI and the dash sensor, and apparently we screwed up the dash sensor because that ain't reading. So, a couple little things. Overall, I don't know if you can tell, the car is happy. It runs very strong. It's still probably not even warm yet. I haven't looked at what the actual coolant temperature is, but I don't know if I have more horsepower, but the car is certainly happy. All right, I think I'm figuring out how you get all the readings you want on the head unit. So this is the one I like because it gives you a ton of information. Top left-hand corner, map sensor. Just below that, air-fuel ratio. Just below that is ignition timing. Notice it changes as you accelerate. What I also noticed is yesterday at idle, the ignition timing advance was like 13, and now it's 7, and I don't know if something's changed or if it's because the engine's cold. Actually, it's not cold, because top center is your coolant temperature. So 163, car seems pretty happy. I haven't been driving it really hard. RPM's right in the middle, which I really like, and you can set... I need more coffee. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Anyway, you got a tack. Top left-hand corner, timing position sensor. Below that is battery. Anyway, you get a lot of really cool information, which on these old cars is good to have. I like having a tack. I like knowing the exact coolant temperature, not just an arrow on a gauge, but an actual readout, an actual number. I'm interested to see if this ignition advance is going to be useful for doing my timing. I don't know how accurate it is, so I need to figure that out. But it's really cool to have a numerical display, not just, again, a line on a gauge. Oh yeah, and back to the tack in the middle. Rev limiter. So we have our rev limiter set at 5,500, but you could set it at whatever you want. So I really like that with these old engines. I don't want to blow them up. Anyway, still playing around. The system is still learning. I'm obviously still learning. But it's installed, it's running, it works. There's a couple little, I don't even want to call them hiccups, just things I didn't think about. And car seems very, very happy. Happy, happy, happy.